100.3 VX, Rock on the Range interview.
You guys have a favorite American accent having toured the country now? Do you like the Southern?
I don't know what this is, but I keep going, Mom, I need a goddamn Pop-Tart right now! God!
That's great.
That's my 4-year-old. I mean, congratulations.
That's a damning statement of your mental age there, John.
I just need food. That's all I need.
I love the Southern accent personally. Anyone that says y'all, I'm in.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever, I'm done.
Do you enjoy now? Because, American men, we love women with accents, Australian, English. Is it different for men? Do you like an American woman accent?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Like California or Southern, like they both float my boat.
Yeah?
Yeah, any of them, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, the thing is, we are a long way away from home, and the one thing we've really found, and whether it's because we're English or not, hopefully it's because we're a decent band, but I suspect it might be partly because we're English. People are very welcoming, very hospitable, and we're just made to feel at home wherever we are over here. Like, today is absolutely no different. It's great.
You have manners.
Well, it's only 5 p.m.
Right.
By the way, we're here with Young Guns out at Rock on the Range. It's day number 1 of the Morning After Live, backstage chatting it up a little bit. You guys have been around for a while now. Have you been at Rock on the Range before? Or is this your first time?
Yeah, we played
Once.
it 2 years ago.
Okay, 2 years ago.
Once.
And it was just as good. I mean, in fact, today was better. But
I didn't think it could
was
be.
Pretty close. It was pretty close.
I did because Rock on the Range was actually one of our first American festivals that we ever played, and we had just before we went on stage, there was maybe like 100 people there, and we were like, oh, that's cool, that's fine, we're a new band, whatever. And then like 2,500-3,000 people just went like, boom, just turned up, and we were like, are you kidding me? And it was amazing. And today there was even more. And obviously what you want to see as a band is a progression and a growth, but as we're English, so we're kind of like terminally pessimistic, you know what I mean? So you always think everything's an accident. So it's nice to feel like, we belong here, and today was really good.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just saying, in your backyard, England's got some pretty epic festivals as well.
It does.
No slouches going on over there. Can you compare and contrast the two? Is there a difference in your mind, or no?
Well, in some respects, Rock on the Range reminds me of a festival called Download.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big festival that you have at home, which is great. But the thing that you guys have is, because obviously your country is so much bigger than ours, you have a lot of festivals. You have a lot more. So we're on tour with Breaking Benjamin right now. We've been out for a month with them, and we've already probably played like 8, maybe 10 festivals, and each one is incredible and each one's awesome. And the cool thing about over here is that the audiences tend to be made up of everyone from like young kids that are like maybe 10 years old to people in their 50s and above, and from all different kinds of places and the crowd is made up of such an interesting variety of people. And in the UK it's primarily teenage kind of audiences, and I wouldn't say either one is better or worse, but it's definitely cool to see when you're playing a show and you're reaching out to so many people. It's a bit of a trip.
Something about Rock on the Range, though, it is rowdy every time.
It is.
Sure.
Like,
People go off here.
First song, I was like, I can't believe this. It's amazing.
Yeah.
We were stoked.
Is it one of those things where I imagine you have a lot of younger folks that come up to you and be like, how your music has affected them? How about older? Like you said, 40-year-olds maybe. Yeah, somebody older.
We've been in positions where we've had like a mom or a mom and a dad come up to us, and they'll be like, "Oh, look, man, I got like this tattoo of your first record, like the artwork." And I'm like, "That's amazing." And then they'll be like, "And this is my teenage daughter who also has the tattoo." And I mean, that's pretty mind blowing. And we're quite fortunate. I think we have a very genuine connection with our audience. They relate to our lyrics, and we try as hard as we can to connect with them and be cool and be normal people and just chat to them. And I think that stands us in good stead.
Nice.
There is an old saying called sophomore slump. It certainly doesn't seem that you guys got into that with the second album. How about behind the scenes, making it? Was it easy, difficult process for you guys?
It's never easy.
No?
It's never easy.
Well, no, making an album is never easy. You always struggle at some point in time. But we actually went to a beautiful, beautiful place to record it. We recorded it in Thailand in like this
This is Bones now.
purpose-made kind of compound, basically. It was like a studio with like accommodation, a swimming pool. It was actually paradise.
It was amazing, and we didn't think we could beat that, going to Thailand to do, and obviously that was kind of the first record that we released over here. But
right.
For this one, we did it in Bath, in England, which is A, the most English place in the universe, and B, the most opposite place from Thailand in the universe. So it was really different, but I think both environments have just allowed us to be really productive, and we have a new record that we think is really strong, and we're proud of it.
Does the environment set a mood for some of the songwriting?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. And sometimes we leave songs open-ended when we go in the studio on purpose, so that you can kind of feed off the atmosphere and the vibe in the studio, or that particular area in the world where you're writing. And there's weird things that kind of inspire you. Like, you wrote a song about, when we were in Thailand, he wrote a song about a thunderstorm that reminded him of being like a little kid in London, so there's weird things that inspire you.
Yeah, and you have to be open to that. I think we're very careful to make sure that we don't kind of ever close any kind of creative door without sounding a bit too lame about it. I think it's really important because creativity and inspiration can come from anywhere. And like John says, we went to Thailand and I was sitting on the balcony having a smoke one night, and there was this big thunderstorm going on, and it reminded me of sitting on in my bedroom window when I was 8 years old, watching a thunderstorm in London. And I think little things like that, as silly as they are, a great song can come from an idea that comes out of nowhere. And so we just try and make sure that we're never turning ourselves off to any inspiration that might come our way, I guess.
You guys are out now with Breaking Benjamin. What's the plan for the rest of the year?
We have maybe 2 more weeks with Breaking Benjamin. It's kind of weird. This tour has been Breaking Benjamin. We're supporting them, which is awesome. It's been incredible. But we've also been kind of doing the odd headline show in between it, and festival appearances like today as well. Tomorrow we're playing with Blackstone Cherry. Where are we playing? We're playing.
That's a very good question. I don't know the answer to.
Somewhere in America.
We have someone that tells us where to be, so
somewhere within 300 miles of here.
Yeah. Well, we're in Philadelphia tomorrow with Blackstone Cherry
there
at
you go.
the Comedian Rooms.
Cool.
And then the next day we're back on with Breaking Benjamin, and then we finish that tour in maybe 2 weeks. We go home for a headline tour, and then we come back out here with 3 Days Grace in June.
Very cool.
It's going to be great. A couple of weeks with them. Then we go home again, do some more festivals, and then we're going to be back out here doing a headline tour towards the end of the summer.
Rock and roll, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, man. You're
no
bouncing
sleep
around.
is what it's about.
Right, exactly. Either way, hopefully we'll see you back around Boise soon. We had this stretch where you were here 3 times in 3 months, and it's been a while, but we'll make that up, I promise.
I hope so.
But Young Guns, great to see you guys here at Rock on the Range. Continued success, and thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen.